Hello student, welcome to all of you. This is our third chapter, that is physical layer. In first chapter we discuss about the basic concepts in computer network. In second chapter we study two architecture model, that is ISA reference model and TCP IP reference model. So from this video lecture we study some of layers in architecture model. So first layer, that is lowest layer, is physical layer. So physical layer is the lowest layer of ISO reference model, which is concerned with transmission of raw bits over communication channel. This communication channel may be in any form like wired or wireless. So physical layer is responsible for sending bits from one computer to another. To be transmitted, data must be transformed to electromagnetic signal. This layer is not concerned with meaning of bits, but it deals with setup of physical connection to the network and also with transmission and reception of signal. Physical layer take care of transmission medium. It must be controlled by it. It decides on direction of data flow, it decides on number of logical channels for transporting data coming from different sources. This level defines physical and electrical details such that what will represent 1 or 0, how many pins a network will have, how data will be synchronized, and when the network adapter may or may not transmit data. Then next concept in physical layer is about data. Data refers to information that conveys some meaning based on some mutually agreed up rules or conventions which are in between sender and receiver. Data can be in analog form or digital form. Analog data are nothing but continuous values like human voice or analog clock. It varies continuously with respect to time. Digital data have discrete states and take discrete values like computer data or digital clock. Since data is sent using variable current in analog system, it is very difficult to remove noise and wave distortion during the transmission. For this reason, analog signal cannot perform high quality data transmission. On the other hand, digital signal use binary data string like 0 and 1 to reproduce data being transmitted. Noise and distortion have little effect, making high quality data transmission possible. Next concept related with signal. Signal is electrical, electronic or optical representation of data which can be sent over transmission medium. Signal can be represented as a function of time and frequency. Like data, signal that represent data can be either analog or digital. Analog signal can have infinite number of values in range. This signal magnitude varies in smooth fashion without any break with respect to time. On the other hand, digital signal can have only limited number of defined values. In this signal, magnitude has a constant level for some period of time, then it changes suddenly to another constant level. These diagrams represent structure of analog signal and digital signal. Next, advantages of digital communication. As the signals are digitized, there are many advantages of digital communication over analog communication, such as the effect of distortion, noise and interference is much less in digital signal as they are less affected. Digital circuits are more reliable. Digital circuits are easy to design and cheaper than analog circuit. The hardware implementation in digital circuit is more flexible than analog circuit. The occurrence of crosstalk is very rare in digital communication. The signal is unaltered as the pulse needs a high disturbance to alter its properties, which is very difficult. Signal processing functions such as encryption and compression are employed in digital circuit to maintain the secrecy of the information. The probability of error occurrence is reduced by employing error detecting and error correcting codes in digital communication. Spread spectrum technique is used to avoid signal jamming. Combined digital signal using time division multiplexing is easier than combining analog signal using frequency division multiplexing. The capacity of channel is effectively utilized by digital signals. The configuring process of digital signal is easier than analog signal. Digital signal can be saved and retrieved more conveniently than analog signal. Many of digital circuits have almost common encoding technique and hence similar device can be used for number of purposes. Then next concepts, that is periodic and non-periodic signal. Both analog signal and digital signal can take one of two forms, that is periodic and non-periodic. Periodic signal completes pattern within measurable time frame called period and repeats that pattern over subsequent identical periods. Completion of one full pattern called cycle. A non-periodic signal does not repeat itself after fixed period, that is, does not have fixed pattern over period of time. First one, periodic analog signal. This can be classified as a simple or composite. Simple signal is a sine wave which cannot be decomposed into simpler signal, whereas composite signal is composed of multiple sine waves. It has three parameters, that is amplitude, frequency and phase. First parameter, amplitude. Amplitude of a signal refers to the height of signal. It is equal to vertical distance from given point on the waveform to horizontal axis. The maximum amplitude of a sine wave is equal to highest value it reaches on vertical axis. The highest value called peak value. This diagram represents amplitude of a signal. In this, wavelength is the distance between identical points, that is adjacent crest in adjacent cycle of a waveform signal propagate in a space or along the wire. Second, that is frequency. Wavelength is inversely related to frequency, which refers to number of wave cycle per second. It refers to number of wave pattern completed in a given period of time. Frequency is measured in hertz. The higher the frequency of a signal, shorter the wavelength. These two diagrams represent frequency. Third, phase. Phase describes the position of waveform relative to time zero. It describes the amount by which the waveform shifts forward or backward along the time axis. It indicates the states of first cycle. This diagram represents phase for both, that is sine wave as well as cosine wave. For sine wave, phase is 0 degree, whereas for cosine wave it is 19 degree. Non-periodic digital signal. Information can be represented by digital signal. For example, 1 can be encoded as a positive voltage and 0 as a negative voltage. Digital signal can have more than 2 levels. In this case, we can send more than 1 bit for each level. So, in general, if signal has L levels, each level needs log of L to the base 2 bits. That is, if N is number of bits for each level, then N equal to log of L to the base 2. Parameters of digital signal. Bit interval. It is the time required to send one single bit. In given diagram, first bit contains 4 time unit, whereas in second diagram It contains 2 time unit to send single bit. Then bit rate, number of bit interval per second. This means that the bit rate is a number of bit sent in 1 second, which is usually expressed as bit per second. Bit interval and bit rate are inversely proportional to each other. If we increase the bit interval, automatically bit rate will be decreased. Then next, bit length. For analog signal, the distance of one cycle occupies on transmission media called wavelength. Similarly, for digital signal, bit length is the distance one bit occupies on transmission media. Then this is a relation between bit length and bit interval. Bit length equal to bit interval into propagation speed, whereas propagation speed is inversely proportional with bandwidth of that transmission media. Transmission of digital signals. There are two approaches for transmission of digital signals, that is baseband signal and broadband signal. In baseband signaling technology, it sends digital signal over single frequency as a discrete electrical pulses. That means sending a digital signal over a channel without changing digital signal to analog signal. Baseband transmission requires low pass channel for transmission. A low pass channel is a channel whose bandwidth starts from 0. Hence, the entire bandwidth of baseband system carries only one data signal and is generally less than amount of bandwidth available on broadband transmission system. So, entire bandwidth is consumed by signal. It carries only digital signal, which is bidirectional transmission. Hence, it is used for short distances. On the other hand, broadband is used to describe type of data transmission in which single medium can carry several channels at once, like cable TV. Broadband transmission means sending a digital signal over channel after changing the digital signal to analog signal. That is, it requires modulation. Hence, in broadband signals are sent on multiple frequency. It carries analog signal, which is unidirectional transmission and uses for long distance transmission. This diagram represents transmission of digital signal, that is both baseband signal as well as broadband signal. Baseband signal is used for digital signal, whereas broadband signal is also known as a modulated analog signal. Next, transmission impairment. In the data communication system, analog and digital signal go through the transmission medium. Transmission media are not idle. There are some imperfection in transmission medium. So, the signal sent through transmission medium are also not perfect. This imperfection causes signal impairment. It means that signal that are transmitted at the beginning of medium are not the same as signal that are received at the end of medium. That is, what is sent is not what is received. This impairment tend to deteriorate the quality of analog and digital signal. There are some consequences for this, that is, for digital signal there may occur bit error, whereas for analog signal this impairment degrades the quality of signal. There are some causes for this impairment. First cause, attenuation, second one, distortion, and third one is noise. We study it one by one. First, attenuation. It means loss of energy. The strength of signal decreases with increased distance, which causes loss of energy in overcoming resistance of medium. This is also known as the attenuated signal. Irrespective of whether a medium is guided or unguided, the strength of signal falls off with distance. In case of guided media, the attenuation is logarithmic, whereas in case of unguided media, it is more complex function of distance and material that constitute the medium. Amplifiers are used to amplify attenuated signal, which gives the original signal back. Attenuation is measured in decibel. It measures the relative strength of two signals or one signal at two different points using this formula. That is, attenuation in decibel is equal to 10 into log of P2 divided by P1 to the base 10, where P1 is the power at sending end and P2 is the power at receiving end. The value of decibel is negative if signal is attenuated and positive if signal is amplified. This diagram represents effect of attenuation, in which original signal is attenuated due to loss of energy. Then amplifier are used to amplify attenuated signal, which gives the original signal back. Next, distortion. Distortion is an alteration of signal due to differing propagation speed of each of the frequency that make up the signal. The signal changes its form and shape. Signal made up of different frequency are composite signal. Distortion occurs in this composite signal. Each frequency component has its own propagation speed traveling through medium. Every component arrived at different time, which leads to delay distortion. Therefore, they have different phases at receiver end from what they had at sender end. So, shape of composite signal is not same at sender and receiver end. This figure shows the effect of distortion on composite signal. Noise. It is an external energy that corrupts a signal. There are some random or unwanted signal mixed up with original signal is called noise. Noise can corrupt the signal in many ways along with distortion introduced by transmission media. There are different types of noises like thermal noise, intermodulation noise, crosstalk and impulse noise. The thermal noise is a random motion of electrons in a conductor that creates an extra signal not originally sent by transmitter. It is also known as a white noise because it is distributed across entire spectrum. When more than one signal shares the single transmission channel, intermodulation noise will be generated. Crosstalk is an effect of wire on another. One wire acts as a sending antenna and transmission medium acts as a receiving antenna. Just like a telephone system, it is a common experience to hear conversation of other people in the background. This is known as a crosstalk. Impulse noise is an irregular pulse or spikes generated by phenomena like that comes from power lines, lightning, spark due, close contact in electrical circuit and so on. It is a primary source of bit error in digital data communication. That kind of noise generates burst error. This diagram represents noise. Thank you.